Starting 5, January 8th, tonight, Cavs Thunder, a one-of-a-kind matchup. For the first time in NBA history, a team on a 15-game win streak will face a team on a 10-game win streak. 5 stories in today's edition basketball. January 8, 2025. Hoops World buzzing. Hear from voices around the NBA on tonight's Cavs Thunder game. The road here, how the Thunder and Cavs got themselves to this epic matchup. What to watch for, the players, matchups and stats you need to know ahead of tip-off. Wemby vs Giannis, two of the most uniquely gifted players in the NBA meet tonight. Tuesday roundup, Trey from half-court, Mavs snap 2 losing streaks, and stays hot. But first, alarm clock. What makes tonight never before seen? In over 78 years of NBA basketball, there has never been an NBA game like the one set to unfold tonight in Cleveland. 70T, ESPN. Number 1 versus number 1, the West leading Thunder, 30-5, 15 straight wins, visiting the East leading Cavs, 31-4, 10 straight wins, is more than a clash of conference leaders. Never before has an East versus West game this late into the season had a higher combined win percentage, .871. Never before has a team on a 15-game win streak and a team on a 10-game win streak met in an NBA game. Over 66,600 total regular season games in league history, it's never happened. Until tonight. 1. NBA world buzzing ahead of historic matchup. The chatter started on Sunday afternoon as the Thunder locked down Boston in the second half to overcome a 13-point deficit and win their 15th straight game. As OKC's game wrapped, Cleveland's game in Charlotte tipped off. The Cavs opened the second quarter on a 26-4 run to pull away and cruised to their 10th straight win. With both win streaks still alive, the matchup the NBA world has been waiting for was set, the 30-5 Thunder versus the 31-4 Cavs in Cleveland on Wednesday night. The buzz only picked up speed from there as both teams had 2 days off to prepare for the game and discuss the historic matchup as the hype kept growing. Tap into what the voices around the NBA are saying about this first-of-its-kind game. A historic collision, Tim Reynolds, AP. Cleveland's offense or OKC's defense? Kevin O'Connor Show, Yahoo Sports. One of the greatest matchups that professional basketball has ever seen, Robert O'Connell, The Wall Street Journal. A marquee matchup and potentially an early NBA Finals preview, Logan Potosky, Sports Illustrated. Both teams look like unstoppable forces, Quinn Everts, Fansided. The buzz lit up social media feeds as well, spreading the word of a must-see matchup. 2. Thunder at Cavs, how we got here. The Thunder and Cavs have not lost a regular season game in a month plus. OKC's last loss came on December 1st at Houston, while Cleveland's came December 8th in Miami. Cleveland. The Cavs are the 8th team in NBA history to start a season 31-4 or better, with 4 of the previous 7 going on to win the NBA Finals. The Cavs are the 4th team in NBA history to win 10 consecutive games by 10-plus points, joining the 2007-2008 Rockets, the 2003-2004 Nets and the 1946-47 Capitals. Cleveland is averaging 125.2 ppg, while allowing 108.6 ppg during their 10-game winning streak for a league-best 16.6-point differential during that time. Oklahoma City. The Thunder have won a franchise record 15 straight games, breaking the OKC era, 12, and the Seattle era, 14, records during this run. OKC is averaging 116.6 ppg, while only allowing 101.6 ppg during this streak. They have also increased their points off turnovers from a league-leading 23.3 for the entire season to 26.9 during the streak. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 33.1 ppg, 5.7 rpg, 5.6 apg, 54.9 fg%, joins Steph Curry, 2015, MVP, James Harden, 2018, MVP, and Michael Jordan, 1996, MVP, as the only other guards to average 30-plus ppg during a 15-game winning streak. The history of tonight's matchup goes beyond the win streaks. This game marks the third time ever that teams with a combined .850+ win percentage have met this late in the season, and the first time as an East versus West matchup. Since East/West conferences were formed in 1970–71, this is the first time that two teams have matched up with each other while being 10-0 or better against the opposing conference. Only two teams in NBA history have won 70+ games, the 2015–16 Warriors, 73, and 1995–96 Bulls, 72. Both the Thunder, 70, and Cavs, 72, are on pace to reach 70+ wins this season. 3. Key players, matchups and stats in this clash of titans. Along with two scorching hot teams facing off, tonight's game serves as the ultimate test for these two conference leaders as the regular season nears its midpoint. Best versus best, the Cavs' top-ranked offense is about to meet the Thunder's top-ranked defense. The Cavs own the league's best offensive rating of 121.3 while scoring 122.5 ppg this season on historic 50.4 FG% and 40.43 p% shooting splits. No team has ever shot 50-40 splits for a season. The Thunder own the league's best defensive rating of 102.7 and have only allowed their opponents to score 122+ points 3 times this season. OKC also holds opponents to the lowest FG% and 3P% in the NBA this season. OKC, plus 12.1, and Cleveland, plus 11.8, rank first and second in point differential and are on pace to join the 1971–72 Lakers and Bucks as the only teams to finish with a point differential of plus 11 or better in the same season. All-star guards lead the way. Both the Thunder and Cavs are led by guards with multiple All-Star appearances, OKC's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Cleveland's Donovan Mitchell. SGA, 31.3 ppg, 6.1 APG, 52.4 FG%, is averaging 30+ ppg and 5+ APG on 50%+ shooting for the third consecutive year, looking to join Giannis, 3, and Jordan, 5, as the only players in NBA history with 3 such seasons. Mitchell, 23.3 ppg, 4.4 RPG, 4.6 APG, 3.83 PG, is as consistent as they come, averaging 20+ ppg for the 8th consecutive season to start his career. Of all players to enter the NBA since 2000, Mitchell would be the 5th to average 20+ in each of the first 8 seasons of his career, joining LeBron James, 22, Kevin Durant, 17, Carmelo Anthony, 14, and Joel Embiid, 9. Don't forget the supporting casts. It takes contributions from up and down the roster to win night in and night out like these two teams have all season long. Cavs balance. There have been 5 games this season where the Cavs have had 4 different players score 20+ points, the most in the NBA and one shy of the highest total in a season since 2000–2001. The newcomer, OKC added Isaiah Hartenstein this offseason, and since entering the lineup on November 20th, after missing the first month of the season with a broken hand, the Thunder have gone 18-1. Mobley's breakout. 4th-year center Evan Mobley is averaging a career-best 18.8 ppg and is one of 15 players this season to contest 200+ shots at the rim. Of that group, his 56.5% allowed is the 7th best mark. All-Star J-Dub? Jalen Williams had his breakout season in 2023–24 and has continued to elevate his game, averaging career bests in points, rebounds, assists, steals, blocks and threes. Points off turnovers and rim protection. Both teams excel at capitalizing on their opponents' mistakes and taking away easy shots at the basket. The Thunder, 23.3 ppg, and Cavs, 20.4 ppg, rank first and second in points off turnovers, with OKC owning the highest average since the NBA began tracking this statistic in 1997–98. The Thunder, 58.9%, and Cavs, 60.8%, hold the 2 lowest opponent FG% on shots contested at the rim this season. 4. Giannis vs Wemby caps off ESPN doubleheader. One is nicknamed the Greek Freak. The other has adopted the Alien. Both represent a being that is part of the extraordinary, which accurately describes both Giannis Antetokounmpo and Victor Wembanyama. Two players that routinely force fans to do double takes to see how exactly they pulled off their latest feat of amazing athleticism. Before Giannis and Wemby meet tonight, 9:30 Eastern Time, ESPN, for only the second time ever, here are a few examples of them showing off their unique skill sets. In addition to the ESPN doubleheader, tonight features 6 games on NBA League Pass, including the Pistons going for their first 5-game win streak since 2019 when they visit the Nets in Brooklyn, 7:30 Eastern Time. 5. Trey's half-court game winner, Mavs snap streak, and keeps cooking. Hawks 124, Jazz 121. In addition to splashing the game-winning buzzer beater from 49 feet, Trae Young, 24 points, 20 AST, also had his third 2020 game of the season, tied for the second most 2020 games in a season behind Isaiah Thomas's 5 in 1984-85. Recap. Rockets 135, Wizards 112. Jalen Green had 22 points and 6 threes in the third quarter as the Rockets pulled away. Green finished with a game-high 29, while Alperen Sengun, 26 points, 10 AST, Amen Thompson, 20 points, 15 reb, and Fred VanVleet, 19 points, 12 AST, added double-doubles. Recap. Hornets 115, Suns 104. LaMelo Ball stuffed the stat sheet, 32 points, 10 reb, 7 AST, for STL, 5:03 p.m., a stat line only James Harden, Luka Doncic, Nikola Vucevic and DeMarcus Cousins have reached in NBA history, as the Hornets defeated the Suns to snap a 10-game losing streak. Recap. Timberwolves 104, Pelicans 97. The return of Zion Williamson was not enough to cool off Anthony Edwards, 32 points, 7:03 p.m., who has 122 points and 23 triples in his last 3 games. Zion scored 22 points, 2 coming on the 360 windmill dunk below, in his first game in 2 months. Recap. Celtics 118, Nuggets 106. Playing without Nikola Jokic, illness, the Nuggets tied the game at 93-93 with 8:32 to play before the Celtics closed the game on a 25-13 run to secure their 4th win in the last 5 games. Jason Tatum, 29 points, 6 AST, and Kristaps Porzingis, 25 points, 11 reb, combined for 54 points in the win. Recap. Mavs 118, Lakers 97. Despite missing 3 starters, the Mavs defeated the Lakers behind a combined 45 points from Quentin Grimes and PJ Washington. Dallas snapped its 5-game losing streak overall and a 10-game losing streak when playing without Luka and Kyrie. LeBron dropped 2 of his 18 points in the loss on the lefty windmill dunk below. Recap. Heat 114, Warriors 98. Less than 24 hours removed from a disappointing 2-OT loss in Sacramento, the Heat closed strong in the Bay, outscoring the Warriors 30-20 in the fourth with Nikola Jovic scoring 11 of his 20 points in the last frame. Steph Curry had 31 points and 8 threes in the loss. Recap.